That's the problem, man. Back up. Read Leviticus 20 and 13, man. It's an abomination. It's an abomination unto God. It's a lie. You don't know what's a lie? What we've been taught today in America. That's a lie. Read Leviticus 20 and 13, man. We gonna be here, and guess what? We ain't going no goddamn where, man. That's our corner right now. Right. And we own this corner. Read Leviticus 20 and 13. Read.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind.
Read it again.
If man also lie with mankind.
I know today in America, they teach it's okay for a man to lie with another man. It's okay for a woman to lie with another woman. But this is what God's saying. If a man lie with mankind, read.
As he lieth with a woman.
As what?
He lieth with a woman.
Why is he saying as he lieth with a woman? Why? Because a man was created to lie with a woman. A woman was created to lie with a man. So where's we getting this LGBTQ from? It comes from the devil, man. It's a lie. It is not of God. You got it.
Hey, man, listen, you heard when he said there is no God. There ain't no God, but what? When you live a homosexual lifestyle, what does God reward you with for living that lifestyle? Right. You big dummy. AIDS. Give me Romans 1 and 25. You the white man that puts his culture over the top of black people, and now we out of our goddamn mind. Like you seen that brother right there dancing half naked. Anybody, the white man is a damn disease. You understand? Anytime you follow anything that the white man do, you gonna go out of your mind. And black people, we are out of our mind trying to follow white people, man. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Everything about him is demonic, man. Fuck you right back. Fuck you too. You understand? Got the nerve to have them. Fuck you too. Fuck America. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck everybody. I can't wait for the day that you devil go and change. You deserve it. Yeah, read what you got.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 25.
Go ahead.
Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
For what?
Changed the truth of God into a lie.
Who, can I get the picture of white Jesus, please? Who changed the truth of God into a lie? Where he at? You understand? This is who changed the truth of God to a lie. This is Caesar Borgia. His homosexual lover is the one that painted him. You understand? This is what we're following right here. The white man changed the truth of God into a lie. That's right. He said the real Jews was white. We found out they was black. That's right. You said Jesus was white. We found out Jesus was a nigga according to the Bible. God damn it. And he stood for righteousness, man. He ain't standing for no man getting in bed with another man. What in the hell you doing? Your penis getting hard, putting it up the rectum of another man. You got a demon on you, man. That's right. And where did you get that demon from? Christianity. Right. The religion of Satan. The Christian church, the house of Satan. Catholic church, the house of Satan. Read.
Come. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Go ahead.
And worshiped and served the creature more than the creator.
Search the creature. The creature's the white man. That's who you serve. You definitely ain't serving the creator. The creator does not allow a homosexual lifestyle. That's right. How we gonna make babies? If you're a homosexual out there, get me right on this. If all men sleep with men and all women with women, how are we gonna populate the earth? Somebody help me. Read.
Come. Verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affection.
Gave them up to what?
Vile affection.
Woman with woman, vile affection. Man with man, vile affection. See, when you come up here today, you're going to get the truth today. You might not like it, you might not agree with it, but nevertheless, it's the truth. Why do homosexuals get AIDS? It's God's judgment. Give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 6. Y'all going to find about the real God today. Y'all teach God is all love? Please.
Let me show you how diabolical the white man is. When we talk about homosexuality, the reason why the white man is a natural homosexual, it's been in his nature since he was created. How many people heard of a term called pederasty? Y'all don't know what pederasty is? Look up the history of the Romans. Pederasty was when the white man would take that little white boy and sleep with him till he was about 14 or 15, maybe 16. And you know what he would do? Throw him away and get another little boy. You know how that translates to 2025? Look at the Roman Catholic Church. How many of those pastors how many of those priests are molesting little boys that they find out where they giving out millions and millions of dollars to victims of child molestation? Because the white man is a natural homosexual.
Right.
You know why? You know why when black men become homosexual, you know why they look so indifferent? Because that demon doesn't sit on them right. So when a black man becomes a homosexual, he looks real effeminate. When the white man is a homosexual, he look like a school teacher. He looked like the police officer. He looked like the boxer. He looked like the average, everyday worker, like the white men you see out here today. You will be surprised if I said, white men, raise your hand if you're homosexual. Raise your hand. Now, only one raised it. I guarantee you 90% of the white men in here are closeted homosexuals, but you'll never know it. That brother that's out here dancing like a lunatic, that demon don't sit on him. That demon don't fit on him. That's why he got to come out here, dance parade, get naked in front of kids, because we're not meant to be like the white man. That's his disease. That's his problem. And the more we take it, that's why we get destroyed. That's the point of us being out. Go back to Romans when it said who turned the word of God into a truth. Because you know who's the most aggressive? That LGBTQ. Because it's not enough. And you can't even say that it's just a lifestyle. When a gay man, if a gay man just wanted to sleep with a gay man, we should never even know about it. Right. Nobody knows the wives that I have sex with. Everybody think I got 50 wives right now. Everybody. Nobody. You know why? Because it's nobody's business who I sleep with.
That's right.
But the gay community has to force you to accept who they sleep with. They have to force you to accept to play Halloween every day. A transgender comes in front of me, I got to call him a woman or a trans man. I have to play make-believe with a person that if I walked out here with a cop's uniform on, I couldn't arrest none of y'all. But I would tell y'all, but I'm a police officer. I believe that I'm a police officer. So let me arrest you. You wouldn't let me. But a gay man that comes out here dressed like a woman, I have to accept him, or you'll lose your job. You'll lose your service. You'll lose whatever fame that you have will go away the minute you speak against the white man's homosexuality. That is not a black man. There's no black organization that's actively pushing to be homosexual. And you know where all of that stems from? From my community? Child molestation. If you support strippers, you support child molestation.
That's right.
You go into that strip club, those are women that have been molested. Those are women that have been runaways, and now some pimp came and seduced them to sell their body. Then they become lesbians and whores, and just like, that's America. America has no morality. Hold on, sorry, read that first.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
That's why we got to come out here. Because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And I know when we say that, y'all think of some guy with a pitchfork, some guy that's in hell, like burning you in a pot or something like that. But the word devil just means deceiver.
Right.
Who has lied more than the white man?
That's right.
Y'all tell me. The white man said he discovered America. How? When the Native Indians was here. The Taino Indians was here.
Right.
The Mexicans was here.
Right.
Long before they was here. The white man said, this is Jesus Christ.
Right.
Y'all take a good look at this image. Y'all, how many of here believe in God? No matter what. Just raise your hand. Ain't nobody gonna attack y'all. Don't be afraid. The white girl believes in God. You believe this is Jesus? Yeah, do you? Do you believe that this is Jesus Christ? You do, right? But this is a lie.
Right.
This is a white man by the name of Caesar Borgia.
Right.
And you know what he used to do? Have sex with his sister. Have sex with Leonardo da Vinci that painted this image of Jesus Christ. That's how disgusting the white man is.
Right.
Just think about this for a second. The white man wants y'all to believe that this is Jesus. You got to pray to this image. But the image that they made of the greatest man that ever lived is an image of a man that was a homosexual and was into incest. Say again, sir? And was a murderer. That's your Jesus. And in the name of this Jesus, he enslaved blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And you wonder why we call the white man the devil. I'm amazed in 2025 how black people, Hispanic people can still trust the white man. Y'all tell me, what you holding? Give me Revelations 18:4. How can you still trust the white man in 2025? That's what I'm trying to understand. Where there's ICE, you know the only reason blacks hate Mexicans is because the white man told you to. What did the Mexicans ever do to black people? Illegal or legal? What did Puerto Ricans ever do to black people? Nothing. What did Dominicans ever do to black people? Nothing. You show me the history of Mexicans enslaving and taking away the identity of black people. Show me the Native Indians doing it. And then I'll show you the history of the white man doing it to you. You know the state of Texas? The state of Texas used to belong to Mexico. And when the slavery was being abolished, the Mexican in the early 1800s, the president of Mexico would not allow slavery in Texas. That's why you have the Alamo. The Alamo was the Mexicans fighting for black people. But they won't teach you that in history. They'll teach you that the Mexicans just hate black people. No, the white man hates black people. Because if the white man really loved black people, when the Mexican governor said we abolishing slavery, they would have left Texas to Mexico. They only took Texas from Mexico because the Mexicans didn't want black people to be enslaved. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Read Revelation 18:4.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Do what?
Come out of her, my people.
When you living in America, God is telling you to come out of her. What does that mean? Does that mean move to another country? No. Does that mean move to another continent? No. But it does mean move your spirit out of this place.
Right.
You know there's a Chinatown in almost every city? And China lives like China. Even though they're in Brooklyn, even though they're in Queens, even though they're in Jersey, yeah, cats
and dogs.
They catch their cats and dogs. They live like China, even though they're in America. Why do y'all think it's a problem when black people want to be black in America?
Right.
Why do y'all think that's a problem? Anybody know the answer to that?
That's right.
Because if you can understand that, you'll understand why you got to come out of America. So I'll give you some more history. In the early 1900s, they so-called freed the slaves in the late 1800s. And then you had what's called Jim Crow. You had the 13th Amendment be enacted where if they locked you up as a criminal, they could enslave you. But also during that time, you had the greatest cities to be built by black people. You had your Wall Street, Seneca Village. This Washington Square Park belonged to black people. You know why I don't? Because a white man unalived them and took your park. Central Park. They had a section called Seneca Village up in Central Park. And when they wanted to expand it, they just kicked out the black people that lived there so that they could expand that park. But we kept building. We built you know why they call them HBCUs, historical black colleges? Because we ain't had a college since Jim Crow. So how could we build the cities, the hospitals, the banks, the airstrips? How could we build them during Jim Crow? How can we build them during segregation, but we can't do it now?
Right.
You know why? Because back then we wasn't trying to integrate. Back then we didn't want the white man's education, we wanted our own. We didn't want the white man's system, we wanted our own. We didn't want white love, we wanted our own. And then somebody came along and convinced us otherwise. Y'all know who that was? You know where I'm going. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King came and said, fuck your stores. Fuck your business, fuck your family, fuck your education, because the white man was better. That's what he said. And he said, I feel like I'm leading my people into a burning house. Last time I checked, you don't go into a burning house to live, you go into a burning house to die. So at best, if Martin Luther King says he's leading us into a burning house, shouldn't at best we say, before we go into the house, let's put the fire out? Or let's not go into the house at all? Thank you, sister. I appreciate it. Why haven't we learned this lesson? Read that part again.
Come out of her, my people.
Keep going.
That ye be not partakers in her sins.
Okay, keep going.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
So God tried to warn us of receiving the plagues of this white man. You know what one plague is? AIDS. AIDS is a plague that you get when you become a homosexual.
Right.
AIDS is a plague that you can get when you shooting up drugs and sharing them needles. Being number one in the prison system is a plague that you can get when you try to be a criminal like America, because America has no morality.
Right.
Everything that America got came from some form of bloodshed.
Right.
That's why there's no rules. If the white man wants a piece of your land, he makes up something and takes it.
Right.
If a white man wants your city, he makes up something and takes it. And when we try to live like him, now we get the same plagues as them. That's why we get it the worst. We get it the worst because God gave us the rules that we're supposed to live by.
Right.
And God never said to live like the white man. God never said to be a homosexual like him, to be a sexual deviant like him, to be a drug addict like him, to be a drug dealer like him, to be a murderer like him. But we do it. Keep reading.
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Her sins have reached all the way up to heaven. That's why you see everything happen. That little white devil that came over here talking about Palestine, we don't care about Palestine either.
Right.
We don't care about Palestine or the Israelis. But the reason why that's a concern, the reason why y'all looking at Trump, the reason why y'all looking at Russia, because y'all see the third world war coming.
Right.